Hello, I have returned. It's been a while, I know I've been gone, but I've just been really busy with personal life stuff, and I also got pretty sick, like, for the past couple of weeks. You can even still hear it in my voice, but I'm finally back. I can't wait to get back into the videos, and what a way to start the holidays than by talking about something not related to the holidays. I'm gonna be talking about the Mandela Catalog. Now keep in mind that this is not a review or anything to the Mandela Catalog videos or each one of the volumes. I'm just gonna give you my perspective and overall just opinion on what I feel about each and every one of the individual volumes that have been released of the Mandela Catalog. Now, for those who don't know, the Mandela Catalog is basically a series of videos on YouTube considered analog horror. I just know that it's a bunch of creepy imagery, almost like shit from nightmares or from a sleep paralysis. So that's the best way I can describe this shit. I do want to thank a good friend of mine who actually got me into watching these Mandela Catalog videos. She told me that they were scary, that they were spooky and shit, and I was like, I don't know about it. I'm really fucking easily scared. I'm here now. I watched them, now I'm making this video. Also, take in mind that this is from somebody that is easily scared. So, if you watch these videos and then you come back at me and say, man, this is bullshit! This shit ain't scary! Horror stuff is very subjective. Like, it's kind of like comedy. What something might be funny to me might not be funny to you, or something that might be scary to me might not be scary to you. So, just keep that in mind, okay? That this is from somebody that is easily scared, okay? But let's finally get into the meat of the video. So my first impressions of the Mandela Catalog were that it's pretty well made for what it is, honestly. And I'm not saying that in any sarcastic way or in an insulting way towards the creator. In fact, huge mad respect to the creator, Alex Kister, who created this series on his YouTube channel. Because you can tell that from the first volume, it does progress in quality the more he takes time into make these. Each one of these volumes really has a lot of effort put into them. Especially the most recent one that came out, the 4th volume. That shit like looked like it took a shitload of time to make, and I'm just impressed by the time and effort that went into that thing. The quality does improve a lot through the volumes. Like, if you watch volume 4 and then go back to volume 1, it's like, holy shit, like the drastic change in quality. Like, it's like a sucker punch. It's very noticeable. And it's also very noticeable once you watch them all in order and you see kind of how his style of filmmaking with these changes and evolves and grows, and it, in general, is just very impressive to me. If I had to pick my favorite volume out of the 4, at least the 4 available right now, it would definitely be volume 4. And that's not to bring down the other 3 volumes by no means. Those 3 past volumes are also pretty cool and pretty engaging, but the 4th volume is, in my opinion, the first one out of the 4 that actually feels like it's telling a story. Now, I know that there's a lot of people on the internet saying that there's an overarching story in this entire thing, which it's like cool that you guys found it out, but I'm fucking stupid. And overall, the filmmaking, I think, is really creative across the board, and throughout all of these, but especially in volume 4, I think it gets super fucking crazy and creative in this one, and especially with how it really finds creative ways to emphasize the horror and the dread of fucking the atmospheres and the moods and the tones that this shit has. It's just pretty fucking brilliant in my opinion. And again, I have to give huge props to the creator for creating this series that has given me nightmares. Each one of these videos really feels like you're living in a fucking sleep paralysis. It's not fun, it is stressful as shit, it's gross, but in general, it's just fucking terrifying. It's just plain simply horrifying. Every one of these Mandela Catalog videos really feels like you're just living in an ongoing, long, fucking sleep paralysis session, and it's incredibly fucking horrifying. If I had to give a bit of a negative, is that I do feel that the effect kind of starts to falter a little bit for me around the 3rd volume. The 3rd volume is not bad, don't get me wrong, but it definitely starts to kind of lose some steam for me. Like, it really starts to decline. Not in quality, the quality is still fucking amazing, but it really starts to become a little bit repetitive. Like, I get it. Like, I understand it. Yes, it's eerie. It's kind of creepy. But I'm kind of getting used to it by this point. And then Volume 4 hits in. And it's like, God motherfucking damn. Okay, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm stupid for even thinking that. This shit is still fucking horrifying. Actually, if I did have to bring up another little negative, this is just a really personal mind of me. I get that this is probably gonna be really stupid, and I know it's gonna probably piss off a lot of people. Each one of these volumes do get longer as they go on, and the 4th volume is the longest. Like, it's like about almost an hour, like 45 minutes, 46 minutes long. There were a lot of times where I was like, okay, I'm intrigued, but I was constantly looking at my phone like, okay, when is this gonna end? Oh shit, it's still going. If I had to definitely rank these volumes from the best to the weakest, definitely best Volume 4. After that, it'll be Volume 2, Volume 1, and then Volume 3. And I'm sorry, again, that's no disrespect to Volume 3, but really Volume 3 was the one where I really started to feel a little bit of a burnout on it. I was still getting the spooks and the tingles and shit. It was just starting to kind of fade away that freshness of like watching the 1st and 2nd volume. That the 3rd volume just kind of felt too repetitive for me, and then the 4th volume just fucking hit it out of the park, even though it was long as shit and I really thought that it was just never gonna end. It honestly feels pretty weird that I'm talking about this series of videos during December instead of October, which is a spooky season. Like, that's the perfect time to watch these Mandela Catalog videos. If you want to find the perfect opportunity or the perfect excuse to watch these, do it during the Halloween season. Like, these are perfect Halloween little movies that you can watch by yourself or with your friends or with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. It's just something that I feel like it does compete against a lot of horror movies, even though it's not built like a movie in a way. I don't know how to explain it. Like, this is the other reason why I wanted to talk about this, because the more I started watching these Mandela Catalog videos, the more I started to realize, yeah, I mean, it's scary, don't get me wrong, but more than scary, I think it's interesting. Even as individual videos, each one of them is interesting in their own way, because even though if they're not telling necessarily like a 3-act narrative or 3-act story, it does feel like it's still telling a story, like a mini story, like you're watching short films. And I kind of fucking love that about these videos. Wait around Halloween to watch this shit, because it's gonna be perfect for the spooky atmosphere. And of course, all the imagery in all of these videos is fucking terrifying, okay? And again, this just kind of comes from me personally experiencing shit like fucking sleep paralysis. I like psychological horror, and all of these Mandela Catalog videos really feel like you're watching mini psychological horror films. I think that's pretty fucking cool. So I definitely recommend you guys watching these 4 volumes. Again, they do kind of get longer as they go on, but definitely if you're interested in watching them, do watch them, because I do feel like it's worth it. It's not going to be for everybody. Like, I really at the beginning thought that this was not gonna work for me, and it did, for the most part. I can understand how some people might find it scary, some people might not enjoy it, some people might think it's a little bit too much for them, and that's completely understandable. Again, this just kind of comes from my personal opinion, so definitely give them a watch. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. What do you think of the Mandela Catalog videos? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Or do you just don't give a shit about them? I feel like these videos are really special, and again, I do recommend them to people who are interested. Or if you've been having your eye on these videos for a while and just have not been in the mood to watch them, find the best mood to watch them. And again, Halloween, best time to watch these videos, in my opinion. It's good to be back. I missed y'all. I can't wait to get back in the reviews, and just in general, a lot of fucking stupid videos that I'm just gonna keep doing. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you in the next videos. And like always, good day, good night, and stay safe.